Hello and welcome back to Lucky by Nature. On this video we're going to be focusing on the fall damage. How much health do you need to be able to survive any fall? Does the different things that you wear, different armors, make a difference? That's what we're here to find out. So hold on to your chones because it's going to be a bumpy ride. So let's get started. Our character is ready to go with 750 health and 16 fortitude. I just put that little fortitude in there just to see if that makes any difference. But I doubt it, to be honest. But we're going to go ahead and start on the 4th floor just because from the 2nd floor we don't take any damage. But we should be able to take some damage here. So as you can see, let's make sure everything's good to go. And now let's go ahead and jump off. As you can see, we only got a minimal amount of damage, about 58 or so. So that's not bad. And now we're going off the 6th floor. And I'm doing it every 2 because it would take too long to do every, one. And it looks like we ended up with about 110 damage, which that is about 52 point difference between the 4th and the 6th floor, and that is interesting. Now we are going to be going off the 8th floor, and I'm wondering if we're going to take less and less damage as we go higher and higher. So here we are with 154 damage total, which that's approximately 44 points from the 6th floor. So from 4th to 6th, it was 52 point difference. Now it's a 44 point difference. Wow, this is really, really interesting. So that means that at some point it's gonna cap out. So I wonder what that level will be. So here we are on the 10th floor. And now, I'm really curious. And here we go. All right, so this one is 193 approximately, 193 points that we lost. So that would mean it's about a 38 point difference from the 8th floor to the 10th floor. So now we are at the 12th. And here we go. And now that is a 228 points that we lost. So that should be about 35 or so points difference. So the first one was 52, then 44, then 38, and now we're down to 35. So that is pretty good news, I think. At this rate, we'll probably end up at around the 30th floor maybe. This gave us 489, so that's about 260. 260 points, that's about a 29 point difference, I think. I hope my math is not off. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's getting more scary every time we do this because it's so much higher each time. Alright, so that is like 290 points that we lost, which would make it around 29, between 29 and 30 difference between the last floor we jumped off of and that one. So let's see now, off the 18th floor, 432, so that's 318 points that we lost, which makes it about a 27 or so difference in points between the 16th and 18th floor. Man, it's hard trying to keep up with math at this rate. Alright, so this one at 405, that's about 344 points that we lost. And That's weird. That's also about a 26-point difference. Huh. That means that we must be getting closer and closer maybe to the cap. Okay, so that is 379. So that's 370 points that we lost. And here we are on the 24th. And let's see what happened. Man, I always think I'm gonna die. So that's 355. That would make it about 394 points that we lost. And so we are now down to like 24 points difference between this 24th floor and the 22nd floor. All right, so the 26th floor. Holy smokes, it's so hard to see all the way down there now. Okay, so we are at 332, so that's 417 points that we lost, which brings it down to 23-point difference between the 24th and the 26th floor. So now, let's see what we got. Boom, holy. Okay, so we are at 318. So that's, oh man, that is significantly different between the last floor and this one. That's only 13, so what the heck? So that was a 10-point difference lower. So we are getting less and less. So let's see what we're at here. And oh, look at that. So we have reached the cap. So now it looks like we lose a total of 132 points. So if we put 440, we should be good to go. So that's the minimum that you gotta have to be able to survive any fall. But you know, don't hold me to that yet. So let me try this and see if it still stays the same, because you just never know. Here we go. Ooh, look how small it looks down there. You know, the amazing thing is it doesn't make me sick when I go down there. Yeah, it looks like we are capped out. Perfect. So now what we need to do is I am going to reset all of my stats on this character, and that way I can put the 440 health in there and also take off the Fortitude and see basically what happens. All right, guys. So here we are. Ooh, this is so exciting. Okay, so now the health is down to 440, and I don't have any Fortitude whatsoever. Here, I'll show you, as you can see. So, and 0 Fortitude. So let's see if the numbers change. If it does, then I did this completely wrong. But I don't think it makes any difference, but we'll find out. And there you have it. So it doesn't make any difference. So Fortitude doesn't matter. Now the big question is, what about the different types of armor? Do they make a difference? So let me go ahead and get everything ready, and then we'll get right to that and find out together. All right, guys. So here we are. I'm putting the rest of my ghillie on, and hopefully nobody sees us do this, because then they'll be thinking, what the heck is that tree doing falling from the sky? All right, so. All right, guys, start placing your bets. Do you think it's going to make any difference at all? We'll find out. And no, it looks like it's exactly the same. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to have my doubts. But let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, here we are again. And which one should we pick next? I guess we should start from lowest to highest. So let's start with cloth. Although, I mean, I don't see why this would make any difference, but wouldn't it be surprising if it is? Like, because you know, when it comes to the games, you never know. Just the littlest thing could make a huge difference. And let's see. Nope, still the same. So this one is a bust. I mean, if anything, I would put my money on probably the scuba gear. I don't know. That would be kind of weird though. All right, here we are. And now let's go ahead and go with, how about the leather? That sounds good. The leather's right on the top anyway. And this looks actually pretty nice in comparison to ASC, I would say. But yeah, guys, the reason that I would think the scuba gear would slow us down is because of the little flappers that you have on your feet, right? But no, this one didn't make any difference at all either. So let's go ahead and put this away and go back up. All right, guys, up next is our cold weather gear. So at the very least, we'll stay warm while we fall, because you know how that can get, nice and chilly. All right, so let's get going here, and let me inch forward, because if I go too fast forward, I'll end up off the platform. And then we won't get the right readings. And no, it looks the same. Looks the same. I guess it won't matter if we fall to the sides. And the reason I try not to fall to the sides is because it may give you a different reading. At least it does from a higher point perspective. But all right, guys. So now chitin. And let's inch. And at this point, I don't foresee anything being different. So I really don't think any of these armors are gonna make a difference. The more and more we do this, the more convinced I am. All right, guys. So now let's go ahead and try the metal armor. And oh, I can't even imagine. We would be like a can of sardines at the bottom. Alright. And nope, the same result. Alright, all we got is one left. Let's see if this one can save us. Because so far, I've been disappointed. Alright, so here we are on our last one. And we are gonna look very fashionable with our scuba stuff. And might as well wear the mask, because you know we want to look cool on our way down. And look at those flappers. How can that not slow us down? Come on. So if we still get the same result, then I say we boycott. We boycott the jumping around, because look, we got nothing. So no more jumping for us. That's it. All right, but don't worry, guys. You know what? I'm going to show you how you can deal with this kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you a little trick. It may not work always, but most of the time. All right, so from up here, guys, it's pretty high, I would say. And with the amount of health that we have, as you know now, you should be able to survive. So let me see what we're dealing with here, so I can get a baseline. And, you know, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. It's pretty good. But I think it would be fantastic if we could actually get the minimal amount of harm to ourselves. All right, guys. So here, I'm going to show you, if you're going to jump down, pick a tree. And you go towards that tree and just try to hug it. And as you can see, nothing. Not a little bit of health we lost. Nothing. So you want to see that again, so I can show you that it's not a fluke. I mean, this works most of the time. All right, guys, here we go. Don't miss it. All right, hug and boom. You see that? It works every time, or at least most of the time. But at least you get very minimal amount of health loss. So there you go, guys. That's it for me. So until next time, keep surviving.